And promising start to his career, only 20 years of age, averaging 30, strike rate of 71.
He's got to be on it, doesn't he, Dave?
And intent with the bat, knowing that when you're bowling, the batsmen are looking to take you down. If you bowl a bad ball, it's going to go for 4. You want to control the batsman, and the Tigers have been able to do that. And that's the job Smith and Kadich have got to do. They've got to stop the leaking of wickets, but also they've got to get that run rate up as well. 3.67 at the moment.
Exactly. They need a partnership here. Goes without saying, obviously, but they need to stop that momentum. I thought they were a bit cautious with the bat early, New South Wales, and it might have set the tone. And no one's gone on to get a 50 as yet, which is unbelievable, really, on a wicket like this. That'll just be the single.
You need pressure from the inner ring as well, and they're up straight away today, the Tigers. That's short, cut. Once again, straight to the fielder. Lockyer there at point again.
You got to have your gun fielders in key positions. Lockyer is one. Ed Cowan been at mid-off. It's been fantastic. There's a lot of traffic in those zones, and that's when you can jump on your opportunities by putting your gun fielders there.
Great work,
Ed Cowan makes some good ground there. He's got a strong arm, so they're on it today. The Tigers 5 for 139.
Smith goes again, outside edge. He likes to go over mid-wicket. It's against the spin, but he picks up 2.
He's trying to make something happen. 13 from 26. Not easy against Doherty, hitting against the spin. And a lucky escape. 2 men to beat out square leg. And that's a quicker one. Really eyeing off that mid-wicket boundary at the moment. 1 man behind square. And 1 in front of square. But if you hit it well, short boundary. There he goes. All the way, right in the middle of the bat. He had a feeling that he was eyeing it off. And this time it's all the way.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to get all of it to go all the way, Stephen Smith. He's a strong young man, and he's had a few practices. This one's right in his hitting zone. Excellent extension, front leg, plenty of power in the swing. Beautiful shot.
Good piece of timing as well. You know, on this side of the ground, you just need to get it up and get underneath the ball and get something on it. Don't need to try and hit it too hard. And the run rate over 4 runs and over now. But as Michael Clark said in that interview, 260, 270. That's what I reckon they need. So 45 from 48, this partnership so far. And just the one. So Doherty into his 7th, 1 for 33. And again, Smith goes again, and it's out of the ground. And on the roof, just above us. Well, he gave it a little bit of air, Xavier Doherty. It wasn't a lot, but Smith got underneath it. And thank you very much. That is out of the screws.
That's gone straight over our heads. That is a big hit. It is a small ground, but that is sweet as you can hit it.
Doherty, what does he do? And again. And that's gone all the way. 2 in a row. Steve Smith. This is tough work for Xavier Doherty. Crowd like it. The Tigers don't.
Back-to-back sixes. Will he go for 3? Hitting with the breeze. And wicket has settled down. But the intent's been good, hasn't it? It's been positive intent.
He's got to get it up full in the block hole. A little bit of width.
Work, King.
So 4 balls, 2 dot balls and 2 sixes. 34 from 35. 3 sixes. He's got away with it too. He looked for the wide, Smith, and didn't get it from Rod Tucker.
Tighter.
Yeah, well bowled. That's a pretty good finish, really. 12 from it. 4 dot balls and 2 sixes. 5 for 173. Well, 8 and over, they get to 249. 10 and over, 267. All right, they could give that 10 and over a bit of a shake. Power play now. This will be the key. They need, I think, no less than 250 on this wicket. Give themselves a bit of confidence. They've got a good bowling lineup, I know that. But to be comfortable, 250, 260 would be good in this position.
How smart they play it is key. Well, that is a very, very good way to start. Just mowed across the line.
Tell you what, it's a well-worn path through this region. He's hit 3 sixes, 4 sixes, I should say, all through very straight mid-wicket right in this zone. Conventionally for your skipper, you think, well, I have a deep mid-on, but I reckon for Smith, don't worry about the deep mid-on. Maybe you need to just put one in cow corner, because that is the arc that he is very good at. So Bailey doesn't really change the field here. He's going around the wicket. He's got his 3rd man up. He's got his point up. So deep point, mid-off and mid-on. Now, if you're going around the wicket, tell you what, you've got no one out on the leg side. That's where you got to be, obviously. And if he can hang in there.
It'd just be interesting to see young Steve Smith, whether he keeps throwing the bat at it or that little conversation he had with Simon Kadich is more along the lines, you know, pick the right one, mate. Just don't go hold a skelter.
Well, the 3rd man will come into play. He got the angle going across. He could just run down through 3rd man.
Wait. No, mate.
2 dot balls in a row. So far, so good. It's risky, though, that position.
What's been amazing is the last couple of overs, he's hit 2 sixes and 6 dot balls. Nothing in between.
I don't think he's going to change either. Feet went one way, the bat went the other.
You're having a good slog at you. Perfect delivery.
It's that zone again, it's a full toss, and it's the same result on the roof. The roof's at the North Sydney Oval. You get a hammering. 14 off it, started with a 6, and it ends with a 6. 5 for 191. But this is giving the Blues a great opportunity. Look at that. The cow corner. Said it before. You nearly just need to put a fielder there. Don't worry about mid-on. The conventional deep mid-on, not even getting a look in.
Steve Smith on 49. 5 sixes, no 4s. That is an odd stat.
You're dead right. That is a very odd stat. And the dot balls is an odd stat. So now, Brendan Drew, 3 for 27. No one out at cow corner. They've gone the mid-on, mid-off and deep point. He's mowed it through that cow corner region, and still the field's up. Oh, he's got away with that too. That could have quite easily been dispatched onto the bank.
Well, the way he's been hitting them, the low full toss. Yeah, a bit of baseball crunch over cow corner. No one out there.
No one out in the deep. That'll race away to the boundary. It's beautiful placement here from Smith. And in his 50, that's his first boundary.
Yes, well played, Steve Smith. Maiden one-day 50. and he's done it in style. He's really got the momentum going with the Blues. When they looked as though they were struggling to post a very competitive total, all of a sudden the momentum swung around, and with plenty of overs left, just approaching the 200 mark, so 250 is definitely on, and that will give them something to bowl at.
He's strong through the leg side. I'm just surprised they haven't got anyone there. Delicate. Oh, and just a touch. It was a slower delivery from Brendan Drew. And all of a sudden, 200 comes up for the Blues in very good style.
Well, that's quality. It just shows that there's more to Steve Smith's game than just crunching it over mid-wicket. He just waited on that delivery and used the pace with the field up, and got the ball through to the third man. 6 and over, 8 and over, 257. I think that's the zone they'll be looking at.
35 runs off his last 16 deliveries for Steve Smith. End of the over, 6 for 200.
Steve Smith, he's got the eye in now. Absolutely cream him. There's 4 more. Great shot.
Well, that is a great shot. Very full delivery, but it's just good swing of the bat. He's just hitting it so sweet at the moment, Steve Smith. Very difficult to bowl at. The old beans are going, aren't they? The adrenaline's pumping.
You know what it's like when you see him like this, you just think you can hit every ball for 4. And a lot of the time you can. And that's 4 more as well. That's another great shot. This time a late cut, and is absolutely timing that ball beautifully.
What I like about this is it's just not all bashing it to mid-wicket. He's mixing it up. He's hitting where the ball's bowled and where there's not any fielders. And that's just real good timing, and the placement and the mindset is very, very good.
Don't worry, he was set up to go mid-wicket, but he adjusted to the slow ball. And there you go, that's another fine shot. So 3 in a row. This time the paddle sweep, and that is sensational batting by young Steve Smith.
Well, was there any shots he hasn't played today? That's just, he was going to paddle sweep it, and it was a bouncer. So what would you call that? A sort of like a paddle hook?
Oh, something like that. That's a super shot. Just at the last minute, he saw it was in short, helped it on its way. So absolute nightmare for George Barley and the bowler. Where do I put the man? And actually, where do I bowl it as well? If it's short, it goes. If it's full, it goes. If it's wide, it goes. If it's down leg side, it goes. So can he get 6 fours in a row? Do a David Hooks against Tony Gregg.
Well, he'll be thinking along those lines. He's not thinking block and run, is he? What are the odds on that?
I'm not sure. We might have to throw in a 6 there instead of a 4. That'd be the most likely other denominator, whatever you call it. There it goes. There's 4 more. That'll get there. Not out of the middle, but that'll do. So that's 4 in a row. We're getting there. 2 to go, AB.
Okay, the odds have shortened, Junior. Come on. 2 balls to bowl. What are the chances with the field up? I reckon it's quite short odds, to be honest, the way he's hitting them.
He's got 6 fours off his last 8 balls. Yeah, I don't know, AB. I wouldn't bet against it, though. Here we go again, number 5. Is it coming up? Oh, and there it is. It is indeed. This time in front of square. So the odds are shortening dramatically. That is 5 fours in a row. Super batting, pretty ordinary bowling, knee-high full toss.
I'll tell you what, he's 2 to 1 on now. 1 ball to be bowled, and it's just right in the slot, especially with the field up. It's amazing how the bowling can be panicked into bowling poor deliveries.
Well, he's got a bowl outside off stump. He's got 3 men on the offside boundary. Cover mid-off and third man. And he won't get 6, but he'll get 5 fours and a single. So that is a great over for New South Wales and Steve Smith. 21 off the over and 6 for 229. he's just going to keep going. And at the moment, the ground's not big enough. So you've got a point out, a man in front of square leg, and a mid-on on the fence. And it's good bowling. Probably haven't seen enough Yorkers by Tasmania. Steve Smith, he's got his eye right on the ball. And Brett Jeeves is going to have to be spot on here. And bowled him, tried the paddle, and he's chopped it onto his stump. So he'd be disappointed with that. Would have rather been hitting it over mid-wicket. But he's tried the paddle and he's paid the price.
Yeah, sad end to a fantastic knock from Steve Smith. Just trying the little finesse shot. The ball was wide of the off stump. And that's just unbelievably freakish how he's got that back onto the stumps, trying to run the ball down to fine leg. The end of a fine innings from Stephen Smith. He's made 81. And New South Wales Blues 8 for 236.